the meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone to the regular scheduled Fort Clinton City Council meeting of April 8, 2025 in the Linda Hartloff Chambers of Fort Clinton City Council. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of reflection for those protecting us serving our
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Beth Gilman.
Present.
Margaret Phillip.
Present.
Richard Morgan.
Present.
Avery Robinson.
Present.
Pat Hovis.
Here. Here.
Here. Shirley.
Present.
Kathy King.
Here. Thank you, Council. You previously received the March 25th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Madam President, I move for an approval of the March 25th, 2025 minutes.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Any discussion? I have a motion by Ms. Phillips, second by Mrs. Hovis to approve the March 25, 2025 regular meeting minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. The minutes are hereby approved. The chair notes that certifications are made regarding compliance with the rules and notifications of this meeting. We have no guest presentation, no public comment. Move on to executive officers' reports. Council this evening, there are 3 new ordinances and 1 new resolution. Ordinance 1525 and 1625. Administration is asked to be passed on its first reading due to time being time sensitive. Ordinance 1725 can go to the first full 3 readings. All 3 of those were discussed at the last Finance Committee meeting. Resolution 25-3 can go to 3 readings, and that will not be assigned to a committee. And that is all I have. So I'll jump to the mayor.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, everyone. Members of council, earlier today I sent all of you, actually everybody I think in this room for the most part, an email talking about an event on May 6th at 2 p.m. It's a virtual teleconference or virtual conference dealing with the Bridge USA program. Those are the exchange kids that come into the area. We've been working on a community support group for quite some time. This will involve some of the bigger players, individuals from the Department of State, a lot of the host agencies that coordinate to bring the kids over here will be part of that. It's just more of an informational gathering session. Feel free to share that with anyone in the community. Mrs. Ostheimer, if anyone calls, you're welcome to share that link. It's yes, I am a host employer, but in my day job, but it's much more than that. It's critical to the economic survival of our community. We found out in 2020 what happens when all of these kids don't come into the community economically. Also, council, just to let you know, there's a ribbon cutting at the Verve at 132 East 2nd Street this coming Friday at noon. This is to celebrate their 1-year anniversary of being in operation. Again, 132 East 2nd Street, noon Friday for that ribbon cutting. Arbor Day is coming up. It'll be on the 26th of April at 5:30 in the 200 block of Adams Street Park, right in front of St. John Lutheran Church. 2 trees will be planted. It's kind of a secret as to why the 2nd tree is out there, but there'll be more on that coming out a little bit later. Again, that's the 26th of April, 5:30 for Arbor Day ceremonies. I want to thank the Tree Commission, and the Tree Commissioner happens to be here today.
Mike, where did you say it was? I'm sorry, you said Adams Street?
Yeah, 200 block of Adams Street, right in
Okay.
front of St. John Lutheran Church.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. The Easter egg hunt is, of course, this Saturday at 10 a.m. at Lakeview Park. Easter Bunny is going to be there. Dress warm. The forecast right now says a high of 49 at 10 a.m. It's not going to be 49 and cloudy, but thankfully no rain right now. On the 26th of April, citywide cleanup will take place. I've announced this several times. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. right here at the City Hall parking lot. Contact City Hall to get a list of prohibited items that cannot be dropped off. April 14th was just next Monday. is the beginning of the monthly curbside pickup. Again, our crews will start for the brush and so forth. They'll start on the west end of town, work their way east. Once they've passed your house, they're not coming back till next month. So this weekend will be a great time to get out and do what you need to do with your lawn. April 27th at 2 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center. Council, in front of you, you have a flyer. The Rotary Club, and yes, I'm a Kiwanian, so I'm going out on a limb here to talk about Rotary. The Rotary has brought this organization into town on several other occasions. It's a singing group from Lithuania. Again, 2 o'clock at the Performing Arts Center on the 27th of April, right after you get out of church. Stop by the Performing Arts Center. If anybody can pronounce that, feel free to do it right now, because I can't.
Sufarticus.
One more time?
Sufarticus.
Sufartica? Well, I'll go with that. All in favor? But it's a Russian director who has brought kids from Belarus, Lithuania, Russia, Eastern Baltic countries, and so forth. This entire group are high school kids from Lithuania. They are looking for host families to host the kids. They'll arrive, I think, on Saturday, leave on Tuesday. If you're interested in getting more information on potentially hosting one of these kids, contact Dr. Francis, downtown chiropractor on Madison Street. He's a Rotarian. Kevin Francis, yeah. Give him a shout, stop by his office to get more information on that. On April 1st, Main Street Port Clinton announced the entertainment for the district downtown starting on May 22nd. You can get a complete list on the Main Street Facebook page. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend. Mark your calendars as well for May 3rd. TAG has been undergoing renovations since just after the new year. That is the official grand reopening for TAG. More information to follow in that, but it will be on May 3rd. Folks over at the fire station wanted me to thank everyone in the community and those in the room for participating in Sunday's pancake feed at the fire station. All those proceeds from that event, and I don't have a dollar amount, are going to help a family out in Danbury Township, Village of Marblehead, that had a pretty destructive house fire. Randy Rakowski, who was a year older than me in high school, played baseball, football. He was a volunteer firefighter for the Danbury Township Fire Department, retired, and literally 7 days later his house burnt down. So all the proceeds are going to help he and his family. Council here, I'm going to be leaving early. I just want to let you know I'm going to be leaving earlier, and the reason being the Eagles Lodge stepped up to the plate in a big way. They donated, as I mentioned before, $10,000 to the fireworks, so we were able to put a down payment on the fireworks. We're still a few $1,000s shy of what we need, so there's that opportunity to go out and eat hamburgers on the 4th, the 14th, and the 24th of each month. Again, Slater's, McCarthy's, a la carte cafe and a la carte after hours are participating. Go in on those days, the 4th, 14th, or 24th, get a hamburger, and they donate $1 to the fireworks fund. And finally this evening, I just want to congratulate my daughter Haley. On the 14th, she will be celebrating 1 year of wedded bliss. And then on the 15th, she'll be celebrating her 31st birthday. So with that, Madam President, that concludes my report.
Council, any questions?
No, but I understand that the TAG opening is going to be a very good piano player getting back on. I'll let you know that.
They got Ronnie Howard?
Mayor, is there any update on Flip, like the underground work and like when that's gonna start? Or?
We are still in the process of securing all the financing, getting our ducks in a row, and hopefully very soon we'll be going out to bid. I will tell you that the bidding is open until the 25th of April, 24th of April for the Lakeshore Drive project. Mm-hmm. Obviously that's in the process. They're moving the poles, utility companies are moving the poles from the north side to the south side. The resurfacing from last year, there were a couple of streets that did not get completed before the weather took a turn. They're coming back. They have to be completed on that by the 15th. So you'll start to see some activity brewing around town. 15th of May. Yeah, 15th of May. So, asphalt plants just reopened. So, and since we're on that topic, it's not related to Flip, but I can't shut up, so we're going to talk about it. The county project that's going through town right now. At some point here very soon, They're going to repave the trench that they've dug all throughout town, with the exception of Madison Street. That's a curb-to-curb resurfacing as part of that project, since that area is very, very new. And just before this meeting, they were coming over the hump on State Street, right by the fountains, so they're very close to the fire station, making the curve on the Buckeye, and then making the curve on the 163 to head out of town.
So when will State Street be officially open again?
Don't know. That's a very good question. Right now, because of the shutdown, obviously the volunteer firefighters are having to take the long way around. Anybody that lives on the west end of town, they normally take State Street to get right there. They have to come down Perry Street to Buckeye and come around that way. So it goes without saying, but please yield. It's about an extra minute or so to make that spin around. So the time they save if you can get the heck out of the way is critical.
Kathy, I will add on that both of those projects, as far as digging and stuff, will not happen until after Labor Day,
Okay,
so that you know that. And the alley by VFW will be paved as part of the project they're doing from the
The county.
county.
Labor Day, Memorial Day.
Labor.
Or,
no, you said later.
you said Labor Day.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean after September?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
did I say Labor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you meant Labor, right?
right.
When I said Labor, I thought.
You did.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Well, thank you.
I think you're sneaking off to the baseball game.
Well, that
He's
too.
gonna go
Law director, anything, Sue?
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Colson, safety services.
Unless there's questions, I just want to make sure I piggyback the mayor on those.
Does anyone have any questions? Things crossed out. Committee reports, finance, Ms. Hovis.
My committee had a meeting on April 1st, and we discussed ordinance 1725.
Environment and Public Works, Mr. Trolley.
Nothing, Madam President.
Safety Services, Ms. Phillips.
Nothing, thank you.
Economic and Community Development.
Nothing, Madam President.
Thank you. Okay, and we have nothing under correspondence, so we'll move to readings of ordinances and resolution. Nothing under third reading, under second reading. Will the clerk please read by title only, ordinance 12-25.
Ordinance number 12-25, an ordinance to approve January 2025 replacement pages to the Portland codified ordinances and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 12-25? Seeing none, ordinance 12-25 will move to its third reading at the next regular scheduled council meeting on April 22nd, 2025. Move on to first readings. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance 15-25?
Ordinance number 15-25, an ordinance amending ordinance number 14-25 of the city of Port Clinton.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 15-25?
Madam President,
Ms. Hovis.
I move that we waive the 3 required readings for ordinance 15-25.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Troy. Any discussion? We have a motion by Ms. Hovis, second by Mr. Trolley, to waive the 3 required readings as to ordinance 15-25. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Margaret Phillips,
Yes.
Avery Robinson,
Yes.
Jerry Trolley,
Yes.
Kathy King,
Yes.
Beth Gilman,
Yes.
Richard Morgan,
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries by a vote of 7-0. The 3 required readings are hereby waived. Does council wish to take any further actions to ordinance 15-25?
Madam President, I move we adopt ordinance 15-25.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Trolley. Any discussion? I have a motion by Ms. Hovis, second by Mr. Trolley, to adopt ordinance 15-25. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Kathy King,
Yes.
Beth Gilman,
Yes.
Margaret Phillips,
Yes.
Jerry Trolley, Richard Morgan,
Yes.
Pat Hovis,
Yes.
Avery Robinson.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries by a vote of 7-0. Ordinance 15-25 is hereby adopted. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance 16-25?
Ordinance number 16-25, an ordinance establishing the salary of a certain unclassified position and non-exempt employee of the city of Port Clinton, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 16-25?
Madam President, I move that we waive the 3 required readings.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Trolley. Any discussion? We have a motion by Ms. Hovis, second by Mr. Trolley, to waive the 3 required readings as to ordinance 16-25. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Richard Morgan,
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Kathy King.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Avery Robinson.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries by a vote of 7-0. The 3 required readings are hereby waived as to ordinance 16-25. Does council wish to take any further action as to ordinance 16-25?
Madam President, I move that we retain the urgency clause.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Trolley. Any discussion? I have a motion by Ms. Hovis, second by Mr. Trolley, to retain the emergency clause as to ordinance 16-25. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Avery Robinson.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Kathy King.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Richard Morgan.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries by a vote of 7-0. The emergency clause as to ordinance 16-25 is hereby retained. Does council wish to take any further action as to ordinance 16-25?
Madam President, I move that we adopt ordinance 16-25.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yeah. What is this?
It is a new position that's being added,
We have
correct?
a new position for, Mr. Chrisman left, and for helping out in the auditor's office. Mr. Belo decided he needed someone else in there, so that's what this is for.
Will it take Mr. Christman's jobs?
Some of it, we'll divide out the rest. We have not, Mr. Belo and I have not sat down and talked about who's gonna do light property maintenance.
You'll let us know when that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
When we get that solved, but this is gonna be to help out and get everything rolling over there.
fair enough. Thank you.
And it's a new position, so they have to do
Right.
this. Okay.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Hovis, seconded by Mr. Trolley, to adopt ordinance 16-25. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Kathy King.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Avery Robinson.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Pat Hovis.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Richard Morgan.
Yep.
Thank you. Motion carries by a vote of 7-0. Ordinance 16-25 is hereby adopted. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only, ordinance 17-25?
Ordinance number 17-25, an ordinance amending chapter 921 of the Port Clinton Codified Ordinances and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to ordinance 17-25? Seeing none, ordinance 17-25 will move to the next regular scheduled council meeting on April 22nd, 2025. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only, resolution 25-3?
Resolution number 25-3, a resolution to appropriate funds for the purpose of decoration of graves, conducting memorial services, and otherwise engaging in activities appropriate for the celebration of Memorial Day 2025.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any action as to resolution 25-3? Seeing none, resolution 25-3 will be moved to a second reading at the next regular scheduled council meeting on April 22nd, 2025. We'll move on to business from the floor. Mr. Morgan.
Nothing here.
Mr. Robinson? Ms. Phillips?
Thank you, Madam President. I spoke with Mr. Colston about a parking issue, and he said he's looking into it, and we'll see what happens. It's one of the ingress, egress, and blocking with large vehicles. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Colston.
You're welcome.
Ms. Novus?
Thank you, Madam President.
Mr. Trolley?
Nothing tonight.
Mrs. King?
Nothing.
Mrs. Gilman?
I had the opportunity to go to the open house at the health department yesterday. A lot of great services, a lot of great information they put out. It is Public Health Week. So they have things open all the time besides now that we're past COVID, the COVID kids. A lot of free resources for the community. So if anybody's got a chance to stop in, say check it out and be familiar with their health department. That's it. Nothing else, Madam President.
Thank you. Seeing no further business, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Madam President, I move this August body adjourn.
Thank you. Second. Thank you, Ms. Hovis. I have a motion by Ms. Phillips, second by Mrs. Hovis to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Thank you. We're adjourned.